I went out to make some videos yesterday, and one of them, I started, it's a topic I wanted to talk about, and I'm just gonna kind of redo it here because I was out downtown in a spot that, you know, some people were passing by, and I was just feeling so distracted and nervous about people hearing and seeing me, and just feeling super self-conscious and awkward about it, just like very in my head about it. So I'm still gonna post that video because I went out and went to the trouble of making it. So, you know, I want to just kind of push that stuff out, and whatever, if it's crap, which it is, then that's fine. Nobody has to watch it, and I don't have to rewatch it. It's just up there. So I figured I'd try and talk about the same topic again, and see if I can get a little bit more cohesive thoughts about it. And that topic is the difference between being seen and the potential to be seen. And by being seen, I mean, hey, I'm mid-video.
Huh?
I'm mid-video.
Hi.
Hi. It's up there.
Bye.
You look like an acrobat. By being seen, I mean, like literally just being seen, whether that be, you know, in person, you're doing something out where somebody could see you, or you are posting what you make, whatever it is that you make, online, or whatever. If you have art and you're putting it in a gallery, or you play music, you're putting on concerts and whatever, just you're putting your art out in a way that people are seeing it. And so that's being seen. The potential to be seen is nobody actually has to see it. I think this is just you put it out there, and especially if you don't really have a following of any kind, no one's really going to see it, but it always has the potential to be seen. And I think that is an important thing to do, because if you make something, I keep on almost putting this down, and then the step is just too low, so I'm gonna hold it. If you make something, you can just keep it to yourself, and that's all fine if you want to do that, but then there's no potential for anybody else to see it. So if you're making it purely for a personal thing, you know, that's one thing if you just want to keep it to yourself. But if you're making something that you think even one person in the world might appreciate or like or connect with in some way, I think it is important to just take that next step and just post it online or put it out in the world in some way. If it's not out there at all, it just has no potential for anyone to ever see it. And I think that takes it takes an extra step of courage, and you just have to believe in yourself just enough that you think what you're doing is worthwhile, and it is. Everybody, whatever you're doing is definitely worthwhile, because you're putting yourself into it and you're expressing yourself in some way. And that is very valuable and that is very worthwhile. And anything anybody says or expresses can definitely be connected with by other people. So I think it's important, even if you are not actually being seen, if nobody sees you in person, and if nobody ever watches your video, or nobody ever hears your music or sees your art, or whatever it is your project is, it always has the potential. As long as it's out there, somebody could eventually find it. And I think people will, if you're really expressing yourself and something important to you, somebody's gonna find it and appreciate it and find something that they get out of it. I see a lot of I hate that these are always hard to find. It's just channels with no views or very low views and don't really have a following. Just the way the algorithms are set up is that stuff is pretty much just hidden, which sucks. But when I do come across new channels, or even if they're not new, they just don't really have a following and they're just making kind of amateur videos like this, usually it's, sometimes they are very polished and good, but a lot of times they're kind of like these videos. They're just a little bit rambly, just has a very amateur quality. It's just somebody making a video to talk about their life or themselves or a topic, or showing something that they're doing or whatever. They're just expressing themselves in some way. And I really like finding those channels, and I might not be super interested in the person or the topic or what they're showing, but I really appreciate that they are putting that out there for anybody like me to find. And I try and just follow and interact with channels and videos like that as I can. Just to say, hey, I see this. I appreciate that you're putting something out into the world, and I want you to know that I'm seeing it, and I think it's cool that you're doing anything at all. People like that, or what I'm doing here, they probably don't really have any big thoughts on I'm putting this out here just to have a big audience and just for people to see. I think they're really just doing it for themselves first and foremost, and they're just taking that extra step. They're just being they're just recognizing that there's value in what they're doing and being courageous and just putting it out for anybody to potentially see. So I know probably whatever the percentage is, but probably 99% of any type of thing you're putting out into the world is not really going to be seen, at least not for a long time. But I think if you are thinking about making something, or you have made something and you haven't shared it out in some way, I think you should do that. And it'll just be up there from then on, and anybody will be able to find it, and I think people eventually will, and you'll find a community of people that appreciate you and connect with what you're doing.